Good morning. So, the best kept secret in health and weight loss. Speaking of secrets, yesterday I picked up the kids from school, preschool, and they had a load of Mother's Day stuff. And we had it in the bag, ready, and she was like, oh, can I hold it? I was like, yeah, we're going to hide it though, ready for Sunday. Okay, then we saw Mrs. Fruci and one of my youngest daughter then went, oh, I need to share, we've got something. And I went, no, shh, let's keep it a surprise. And all of a sudden she turns to Mrs. Fruci, goes, it's for Mother's Day. And then after he went, you're not supposed, my older daughter went, you're not supposed to tell them, I haven't told her about my one. You just did. Anyway, speaking of secrets, it reminded me of this today because I was chatting to someone 2 days ago now, Wednesday, Thursday, 3 days ago, on their Kickstarter. We had that one-to-one at the start, and she was talking about essentially how she tried everything before, and when she'd been to things like Slimming World, it works and the weight comes back on a bit, and she finds that she just then gets told that she needs to eat more, but that she's not eating enough. And there's a few options here, and the number one thing really here is to remember that to lose body fat, you need to be in a calorie deficit. And I know a lot of people know that. So no matter what you do, Slimming World, Weight Watchers, whatever ones are there, Slimming Shakes, all the things, we need to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight. Now, if you're in a calorie deficit, you will be losing mainly body fat, but also other things as well, water, muscle, etc. potentially. Now, the thing to consider though, this might not always be reflective in the scale straight away. Whether the scale says it or not, if you're in a calorie deficit, you'll be losing body fat. A lot of things can impact the scale. Water intake, fibre intake, weather, sunburn, hay fever, because after all, you're getting a histamine reaction. Whether you eat lots of vegetables the night before and weigh yourself a little bit earlier and you eat a little bit later the night before. Aching from a training session can potentially impact it. It's inflammation after all. A lot of things can impact, whether you stand on your trainers or not, whether your scales are a bit off. All of these things can impact it, but over time you will lose body fat. If you don't lose body fat, we've got to ask the question, are we actually in a calorie deficit? Which then means we've got to look at our food intake, probably more importantly, but also our exercise. What's our output? Can we be a more active person? Can we fit small little exercise into our day to increase that? Can we commit to being a more active person with our step count? Are we doing any resistance work to perhaps help maintain muscle and help our metabolism long term, help our body shape, so that perhaps we're less bothered about the weight as well, and we're getting all the benefits in terms of bone health. Speaking of which, we've got a researcher this week coming in for our Q&A all about bone health in women, nutritional interventions as well, which is really exciting. So, because she was told, going back to this conversation, you just need to eat more, and that might be the case if perhaps you're not looking to lose body fat and you've tried so much, you've been stress eating so much, try and fail, this is where you need to eat more. If you keep try, fail, like day after day, good intentions, fail, good intentions. Maybe we need to shift the goal short term to something more fitness, muscle, strength, consistency related. Maybe set a target to walk a distance, whatever it is, something that's just off the scales for a little bit. If you keep trying to, and I mean like just on, off, and that stress is just going up, because actually what we sometimes find is by increasing our food intake, especially, if you increase it around the protein area, you might actually have a bit more energy, you might feel more full up now, you might binge less, and then actually, even though you're eating more, you're actually eating less. So you're in a calorie deficit because you're more in control, your hunger levels are better in on there. So a lot to think about in on here. I am now doing a free 5-day kickstart on Monday the 4th of April. It starts Monday the 4th of April. If you want to join me in on this, hey Deborah, good morning. Monday the 4th of April, 5-day kickstart. I will drop the link in the comments of this video. If you want to join me on there, it's free, 5 days. We're going to go over how to get more in control of your food again, and also fit in exercise into your routine, busy routine, to get that kickstart start as the weather gets better as well. Start getting into that routine, ready to build on those habits as well. So if you want more information on that, click the link in the comments and I'll see you soon. Take care.